Our story begins where it all started, Angel Grove. After countless battles against Rita and Zed, the Rangers finally realize the morphin grid is breaking apart. Every time they morph, every explosion, every spark, it weakens reality itself. Zordon gathers them one last time inside the command center. He tells them that to save the Earth, they must destroy the grid, and with it, their own powers. Tommy looks at his friends, Kimberly, Billy, Zach, Trini, and Jason, knowing that once the grid falls, they'll forget each other. The Rangers hold hands, activate their morphers one final time, and unleash a surge that erases their powers forever. The final shot? The six of them walking separate paths in Angel Grove, as strangers passing each other in the street, never knowing the legends they once were. Zeo, a spark extinguished in Power Rangers Zeo. The team faces the Machine Empire's strongest weapon, a doomsday pulse that targets morphing energy. Billy, who's been working behind the scenes, discovers that the only way to stop the pulse is by overloading it with Zeo energy from within. The Rangers beg him not to, but Billy smiles. Guess it's time the Blue Ranger powered down for good. He teleports into the core and releases the Zeo Crystal's full energy, destroying the Machine Empire and himself. When the light fades, the Zeo Rangers stand over the wreckage, their morphers shattered, their leader gone. And in the silence, Kat whispers, "He saved us all, again." Shash Turbo, the final drive. In this version of Turbo, Divatox's invasion doesn't end with an easy escape. The power chamber explodes for real. No second chances. As Divatox's army overruns the city, the Rangers realize they can't win. So they make one last stand inside their Zords, overloading the engines to create a chain reaction that will vaporize the enemy fleet. Justin hears their plan and pleads to help, but Tommy tells him to go. You're the next generation. Keep the road alive. The Turbo Megazord launches into the sky and detonates, lighting the ocean with one final explosion. Divatox's ship sinks, and the world is saved, but the Turbo team is gone. In space, the sacrifice of the Red Ranger. In Power Rangers in Space, Andros still breaks Zordon's tube, but this time, the wave of light does too much. It purifies the universe, yes, but it also erases every trace of Ranger power ever created. No morphers, no grid, no heroes. Andros stands over the empty remains of Zordon's chamber as the megaship's lights flicker out. He whispers, "You wanted peace? I hope you got it." The episode ends not with a celebration, but with the megaship drifting silently through the void, the last symbol of a war that erased itself. Lost Galaxy, voyage without a destination. In Lost Galaxy, the Terra Venture colony never makes it to Mirinoi. Their engines fail, supplies run out, and the team decides to send the civilians away in pods while the Rangers stay behind to steer the ship toward a distant star. Kai records one final message. "If anyone hears this, tell Earth we made it as far as we could." As the ship disappears into the light, Leo places the Quasar Sabers in the control deck. The blades that once saved galaxies, now marking their final resting place. Their legend becomes a myth among the stars. The Rangers who never stopped fighting. Lightspeed Rescue. The fire burns out, Mariner Bay burns. The demons have escaped and the Lightspeed Rangers are pushed to their limit. The team realizes the only way to stop Queen Banshira is to collapse the Aqua Base and seal the portal beneath the city. Carter stands before the self-destruct panel, fire reflecting off his visor. Dana tries to stop him, but he smiles softly. Rescue's about saving lives, not keeping ours. He presses the button. The explosion engulfs the bay, sealing the demonic rift forever. When the smoke clears, the city is safe, but no trace of the Rangers remains. Only 5 badges lie in the rubble, glowing faintly before fading to black. Time Force, the ripple of fate. Wes saves the city, but at a price. When Jen and the Time Force team return to the future, a paradox begins to unravel. Saving the past has doomed the timeline. Back in the future, Time Force HQ collapses into chaos. Jen records a message for Wes as the time portal collapses. "We fixed one time but broke all the others." She fades away, her words echoing across time. In the present, Wes feels the wind shift and suddenly no one remembers Time Force at all. He looks at the empty clock tower and mutters, "Maybe we were never supposed to exist." The Kings fall in wild force. The team defeats Master Org, but Cole discovers the truth. In his rage, he's lost the connection to his Wild Zord spirit. Without that link, the Earth begins to decay. One by one, the Zords turn to stone. and the jungle dies around them. Cole, kneeling in the dirt, whispers, "I fought to protect life, but I couldn't save it." The final image is haunting. The animarium floating above a barren wasteland, its lights slowly dimming as the wind howls. Ninjastorm caught in the eye. The Wind Rangers defeat Lothor, but not before he traps them inside the morphin grid itself. From the outside world, it looks like victory, the evil sealed away forever. But inside the grid, the Rangers realize they're frozen in eternal battle, reliving their final fight over and over. Sensei, standing before the now empty academy, bows to the wind. A single ninja headband flutters away on the breeze. Dino Thunder, extinction. Mesogog's machine triggers a chain reaction that begins reverting the world to the age of dinosaurs. Tommy and his team realize that using the Dino Gems accelerates the process. Every time they morph, humanity gets closer to extinction. So one by one, they destroy their gems, knowing it's the only way to stop the evolution reset. Tommy crushes the final gem in his hand and looks out over a world beginning to crumble. SPD, the last line of defense. In Power Rangers SPD, the year is 2025. The team faces Emperor Groom's final assault on Earth. But this time, the villain succeeds. His ship collides with SPD headquarters, and the entire city of New Tech is in chaos. Commander Kruger and the A Squad hold off the invasion, while Jack leads the B Squad to evacuate civilians. When the Rangers realize the only way to stop Groom's dimensional rift is by detonating the Delta Command Tower from the inside, Kruger stays behind. Jack begs him not to, but Kruger just says, "A true commander never leaves his post." The tower explodes, sealing the rift, and the SPD logo flickers and fades. In the ashes, Sky finds Kruger's helmet, placing it on a memorial wall marked "The Commander's Last Stand." Mystic Force, the fate of magic. In Mystic Force, the final battle against the Master goes wrong. Nick unleashes all his power as the Red Mystic Ranger, but in doing so, he breaks the barrier between magic and reality. The world begins to lose its color, literally. Trees fade to gray, magic evaporates from the air, and the Rangers' powers begin to dissolve. Udana, Claire, and the Rangers join hands, channeling their last energy to trap the Master forever. As they do, they vanish into light, taking all magic with them. Operation Overdrive, the Treasure's Curse. The Overdrive team finally collects the Corona Aurora gems, but when they unite them, they realize the jewels weren't meant to save the world. They were meant to reset it. Furious, in a final act of spite, triggers the gem's full energy. The Rangers see the Earth beginning to crumble under cosmic pressure. Mac, the Red Ranger, sacrifices his robotic body by merging it with the Aurora, using himself as a stabilizer to stop the destruction. His friends watch as he fades, smiling. "Guess I finally became human after all." The gems turn to dust, the world is safe, but the Rangers are left kneeling in silence, holding what's left of Mac's Morpher. Jungle Fury, the fall of the Spirit Masters. In Jungle Fury, the Rangers face Daishi in a final, catastrophic duel. The animal spirits within them are breaking. The balance between good and evil is collapsing. Casey realizes that to stop Daishi, he must merge with him, taking the darkness into himself and sealing it inside his soul. He says goodbye to Lily and Theo, telling them, open quote, "Keep the light burning, even if I'm gone." The fight ends. The world is peaceful again, but Casey disappears into the mountains, never to be seen. Years later, Lily and Theo run the Jungle Karma pizza shop in silence. Every night, they light a candle by a tiger statue, a tribute to the master who saved the world by losing himself to it. RPM, the price of survival. The world of RPM was already broken. Venjix had wiped out nearly all of humanity. But in this darker ending, the virus isn't fully destroyed. As the Rangers celebrate in Corinth City, Venjix's core secretly reboots. Dr. K realizes too late that when she created the morphing grid interface, she tied every morpher on Earth to the virus's network. To stop Venjix from taking control of every Ranger power, she makes a horrifying decision: to destroy the grid entirely. Dylan looks at her and says, "If we do this, we'll lose everything." The Rangers stand together as Dr. K activates the failsafe. Corinth's lights flicker, the grid collapses, their morphers disintegrate. The world survives, powerless but free. And as the city goes dark, the camera pans to a broken RPM morpher glowing faintly, as Venjix's red eye flickers one last time. Samurai. The flame fades in Samurai. Jaden and his team finally corner Master Xandred. But in this version, sealing him away isn't enough. The ocean boils as Xandred begins merging with the Netherworld, threatening to drag Earth into it. To stop him, Jaden realizes someone must take his place as the new Seal, a living barrier between worlds. He hands his morpher to Lauren and smiles. Tell them, the Red Ranger never quits. He steps into the portal, sealing it shut from the inside. The river turns calm again. The world is safe. Lauren takes his place as leader, but she never speaks in the final scene. She kneels by the water every morning, waiting for the ripples to return. Megafource, the war that never ended. In Megafource, the Rangers win the legendary battle. Every past Ranger returns, an army of heroes standing victorious. But in this alternate ending, that battle isn't a victory. It's the beginning of the end. The massive morphin energy released by so many Rangers at once causes the grid to fracture. One by one, the Rangers begin disappearing, fading like holograms, their existence consumed by the very power that gave them life. Gosei appears for the final time, his voice trembling. The grid is collapsing. It cannot sustain this many heroes. Troy looks at his fading teammates and says, "Guess the legend ends here." The last image? The battlefield, empty and silent, morphers scattered like graves under a red sky. Dino Charge. The Dino Charge, the team saves the world, even rewrites history so Sledge never attacks Earth. But that rewrite comes with a tragic twist. The new timeline is perfect, except the Rangers never existed. Coda, Shelby, Chase, and the others live peaceful lives, unaware of the friendships they once had. Tyler walks past them all one day. Something feels familiar, but he can't remember why. Cut to the museum. The Energems rest in a glass case, faintly glowing. Ninja Steel, the vanishing stars. The Ninja Steel Rangers defeat Galvanax, but the Ninja Nexus Prism takes heavy damage. Its light begins to dim, and the Rangers feel their powers slipping away. Brody discovers the truth. The Prism's energy isn't just a weapon, it's a living being, and it's dying. To save the universe, the Rangers give the Prism the only energy it needs to live, their own life force. As they place their morphers inside, the Prism glows one final time, blasting a wave of light across the sky, banishing evil forever. The next morning, the city wakes up safe, but the Rangers are gone. Only the Prism remains, now solid stone, engraved with 6 stars, forever frozen in place. Beast Morphers, the grid strikes back. In Beast Morphers, Evox returns, revealing himself as a corrupted Vengix virus. But this time, the morphing grid itself becomes infected. The grid begins consuming reality, rewriting history, merging past and future. Devon, Ravi, and Zoe realize that destroying Evox means deleting every connection to the grid, erasing all Ranger history. Nate hesitates. Ravi says, "If this is what it takes to save the world, then the Rangers end today." They destroy Evox, and with him, the morphin grid collapses, taking every Ranger power across the multiverse with it. Dino Fury, the Lost Legacy. In Dino Fury, the Rangers defeat Void Queen, but Zato pays the ultimate price. He becomes one with the morphin grid, ascending as a spirit of pure light. But in this version, his sacrifice unbalances the grid permanently. The morphin energy leaks into the planet's core, creating an unstoppable storm. Amelia and the team try to stabilize it, but one by one, they vanish into the light, returning their dino powers to the grid to calm it. Cosmic Fury. The end of the grid. In Cosmic Fury, the Rangers battle Lord Zed one final time among the stars. But in this alternate ending, Zed wins, not by destroying them, but by forcing them to make an impossible choice. The grid is dying, collapsing across the galaxy. Zato, now a being of energy, realizes that the only way to save all life is to absorb the entire grid into himself, erasing the Power Rangers forever. The team protests, but Zato smiles, open quote, "The grid made heroes, but it doesn't need to make more. It just needs peace," close quote. He raises his staff. The universe glows with one final burst of light. Every morpher, every power, every spark, gone. When the light fades, the cosmos is quiet. Planets are safe. Evil is gone. But so are the Power Rangers. The camera pans to a distant nebula shaped like the lightning bolt emblem, flickering, fading, until it vanishes into the stars. And that's how the Power Rangers story could have ended. Not in celebration, but in sacrifice. Every team paid the ultimate price for peace. Because sometimes, true heroes don't live to see the better world they build. They just make sure it's there. Once a Ranger, always a Ranger.